Great headline in the Times back in England. City lose a football match. Of course, they will not go this season unbeaten. Stevie, let's start with you, because as a Liverpool fan, I can't imagine the emotions that you went through in that second half.
At 4-1, this is fantastic. This is what your dreams are all about against one of the top sides in Europe. But when the second City goal goes in, oh my goodness, all the nightmares start coming back about all the leads that you've given away in the last 18 months.
Yep.
And so from there on in, I'll tell you what, I was sat on the edge of my chair, biting my nails.
But in the end, they, of course, hold on. Ali, we've got a great job, no denying it. But in watching a lot of matches, we watch a lot of dross.
Yes.
This, as Klopp says, was the sort of match that you want to put in front of someone who maybe you're trying to encourage to enjoy the sport, because this had everything. And from a neutral's point of view, it was just so much fun.
And a lot of times we sit here previewing matches and we say, well, this is going to be a good game.
Yeah.
It should be open because both of the teams like to attack, and then we should get up to the weekend and the game doesn't live up to expectations. Well, I think this game actually surpassed expectations, because not only did you have a Liverpool team that made Manchester City uncomfortable and attacked Manchester City and created opportunities and scored goals, Manchester City kept playing. Other teams, they go down 4-1, 20 minutes to go, they say, you know what, it's not our day, forget it. They kept saying, you know what, we're going to keep playing the way that we are. We're going to be stubborn. This is the way that we're going to do things, and we're going to keep attacking. And because you have the frailties defensively from Liverpool, then they're always open for a comeback. It was excellent to watch. It was entertaining to watch. And in the end, a very well-deserved victory for Liverpool.
How did they do it, Stevie?
They did it by being brave and trusting what they're good at. And what they're good at, Liverpool, is closing the ball down. And, you know, sometimes I think people forget that, you know, closing the ball down doesn't always mean that you have to win the ball. Sometimes closing the ball down is about stopping the opposition making a pass, making them go somewhere where you're strong. And that's what you saw from Liverpool. The front three, no question, were closing the ball to win it. The three behind them were closing the ball to make them go to places they didn't want to go. And that's why we never saw the front three of Manchester City, because particularly the three in the middle, but you've got to say the front three as well, the job they did closing City down when they had the ball is what made the front three of City pretty much invisible.
How much credit, you hear Klopp after the game, and in the US we saw him swearing live on air. He was so excited about the result. How much credit do you give to him, and how much does he have to trust his players to do what Stevie says? Because we talk about brave, which is sometimes a weird word to use, isn't it, in football? But they were brave because they went for it.
Yes, and to be quite honest, I don't think that Liverpool had any other choice, because what you do best puts you at risk against Manchester City. So then, do you go out of character and play a different game, or you trust that you are good enough to do what you do best and make sure that Manchester City is not in the match? Liverpool trusted what they do best. They trusted that they were going to be able to press. They trusted that they were going to be able to create turnovers. And oh, by the way, they trusted the fact that Dejan Lovren was going to hold up in the back.
Yep.
That Joel Matip were going to hold up in the back because Van Dijk was not available. And so in doing that and saying, you know what, we are going to lean on the things that make us a good team. And we're going to hope that that's good enough. Today, that was good enough.
Gab Marcotti with us. Gab, how, as an Italian, did you cope with a 4-3? Were you OK with this?
I was OK with this because there weren't that many defensive mistakes. Or rather, when there were mistakes, such as we saw City giving the ball away in midfield, it was for the reasons that Ali and Stevie explained. Liverpool did a really, really good job, I think, of pressing, of closing the ball down without losing their defensive shape. And then when you see goals flying in like that, when you see three absolutely tremendous individual finishes for that sort of 9-minute Liverpool blitz, you can only stand up and applaud, because, I mean, Klopp is right. This was fantastic to watch.